All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another amazing edition of Let's Talk 1943. I'm your host, ReGina Smithwick, and today I'm with the amazing Adrainne Smith. And she was supposed to be ReGina Smith. So that was the first time I
That's
met her.
right.
She told me we were supposed to have the same name. So, but Adrainne, I just want to go ahead and formally introduce you and we'll get started. So Adrainne Smith is the founder of Gridiron Kingdom, a company dedicated to promoting and supporting women and girls around the world who play tackle and flag football. Adrainne is also the inventor of Blitz Champs, the award-winning football card game. Ms. Smith, in her work, has been featured on Today's, Forbes, and the iconic "Gotta Get Milk," that milk commercial campaign. And she from the NYC. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Adrainne Smith to Let's Talk 1943. Welcome, Adrainne.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Regina. And yes, it could have been a Regina and Regina conversation, but my mom went with Adrian instead. So,
Tell her
yeah.
I'll forgive her. I forgive her. So,
Very
really
good.
short before we get into a couple of things that we met on Radio Row a couple of weeks ago, and you was interviewed by Kelly Williams, and that was a great interview. And I was like, I have to get her on my show because you're doing some amazing things and have done some amazing things. So we're gonna
Thank
just
you.
kind of go through them real quick today. I know you're short on time, but we want to make sure we get in that good stuff, right? So let's start off with the Blitz Champs, and that's how I saw you talking about that. So I know in 2020 you became the first Black woman to sign and be licensing deal with the NFL for this amazing card game. So can you talk about that some?
Sure. So, Blitz Champs is a football themed card game for ages 7 and up. I developed the game. I first came up with the idea in December 2015. And then I took all of 2016 to really develop the game, get the artwork right, and test it. I tested it with English speakers, non English speakers, with people who knew about American football, with those who had no clue what American football was. And the game tested very well. And from the beginning, when I first invented Blitz Champs, I always knew that I wanted the NFL to be involved in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So through a lot of hard work, a lot of calling, meetings, proposals, etc., it was actually in 2022 that I was able to lock in an NFL licensing deal for Blitz Champs.
Yeah, and the license deal, like you said, you were the first Black female to do this. And then you're able to actually do the cards for the 32 teams in the NFL, correct? That's the licensing part of it. You're
Absolutely.
able to
I
actually,
have some,
you got some?
yeah, I have some examples here. Uh,
All right,
I'm
New
a
York, where's my
49ers fan.
Giants?
New York Giants, we have those around here somewhere.
You got to show the
Got to
Giants
throw
now,
out
Big
shout out to
Blue.
my 49ers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the Giants are around here somewhere, but it was a tremendous effort, and I'm just really grateful to the NFL for giving me this opportunity to make a dream come true and to provide Blitz Champs in all the flavors. So no matter what your NFL team is, we have it for you.
And but think about the cards too. And on top of the cards, you host some Blitz champion events, right? Blitz champs events.
That's right.
So tell me about that.
That's right. So we'll do a couple of different styles. We'll do Blitz Champs math workshops for predominantly elementary and middle school students. Because the other great thing about Blitz Champs, not only is it super fun to play, but it also reinforces mathematics and strategic thinking skills for students in grades 3 through 8. So we'll often go into elementary schools and to middle schools and teach the game. I'll talk about my career as a professional football player
Mm-hmm.
and how I parlayed that into creating Blitz Champs. And then we also do other activations for Blitz Champs. For instance, the Seattle Seahawks the Steelers, Green Bay Packers, where we will go to the stadium or go to wherever they're hosting their training camp, and then we'll set up shop and we'll demo the game, and football fans, NFL fans could just play away.
Wow. So what tell me the mastermind, what's the backdrop of what made you just come with the idea to invent these cards? Like what was it?
So in 2013, I had launched one of my other companies called Gridiron Kingdom. And as you mentioned before, I started Gridiron Kingdom to really promote and support women and girls around the world who play football, whether it's tackle football or flag football. And about 2 years in, I'm like, man, I need to get some revenue going. And so I actually prayed about it. I was like, Lord, it would be great if I could have like a football card game, like the football version of Uno.
Mm-hmm.
I went to sleep and I woke up the next day and I had the idea for Blitz Champs. I wrote it down. I came up with some prototypes. I tested it with family first, then friends, and then went through that whole year-long development process to get the game where it is today.
Wow, it's amazing. Like a lot of ideas happen when you sleep, right? You usually wake up or
Exactly.
dream about an idea, and that little dream makes like a major change and shift in your life. And this has changed
It's
your
so
life,
true.
correct?
Oh, this has definitely changed my life. And something that I really didn't anticipate was the positive effect it was going to have on others. Like I've gotten feedback from parents who now say that their son likes math because he's been playing Blitz Champs. The same thing for their daughters. All of a sudden they have more confidence when it comes to math. And then I even had one dad who's a Packers fan. He sent an email. He took the time to send an email
Mm.
and say that Blitz Champs had actually brought his family closer together. They
Wow.
all got off of their screens. They started playing the game together, and it became their family time where they just bonded and talked.
Yeah.
That actually brought me to tears. We were
Yeah.
on the phone
Yeah.
because I had to follow. Once he sent me that email, I had to follow up, and I said I want to talk to you more. And he told me what Blitz Champs means to his family.
And you know what? We kind of always kind of go over stuff. We never really sit in things. And and this year about being present is real important to me. And I just want to sit in that for 1 second of you, developing this amazing card game and for you to be able to think outside of the box with this because it's something different, right? And especially being a black
Absolutely.
woman and then being in the industry of the NFL to kind of get pushed in there and knock down that door to get that licensing deal. That's not easy. A licensing deal is totally a difficult task for anyone. So I just want to say, you know what, kudos. I'm giving you flowers because I know that you had to be persistent to get that done. I know you heard more no's than yeses. So for you to be able to get past, I know. Yeah, I know that licensing ain't no joke. So for you to get that, I want to give you your flowers, Adrian. Good job.
Thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. And it really is a testament of hard work, perseverance. And I just want to shout out the people in my life,
Hmm.
family and friends that supported me because there were a lot of no's and there were some tough days and some lean moments and I had to make some difficult decisions. And I couldn't be here without the love and support of people in my life who were Team Adrian.
Hmm.
And it's paying off. I just know this game is going to positively affect the world, and I'm grateful that God gave me the idea.
Definitely. And that's what it was. That dream, that's how God talks to you. He talks to you through those dreams. So let's talk
Very
about
true.
the athletic part of you that you just mentioned a little bit. So I have here that you're a 5-time member of the U.S. Women's National Flag Football Team. You won 3 silver medals and 2-time member of the U.S. Women's NFL Tackle Football Team, won 2 gold medals, and you're currently playing wide receiver for the Boston Renegades. And then now you won, on top of that, 6 national championships. All right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
hands down. Like, come on. You rocking 6 rings at the same time?
Six and soon to be eight. We're about to get our other two rings with the Renegades. We have our ring ceremonies coming up. But yeah, so 5-time member of the U.S. Women's National Flag Football Team, which is absolutely fantastic. I love flag football. And then 2-time member of the U.S. Women's National Tackle Football Team. So it was always, I have my helmet here. It just was my dream to represent my country in some type of sport. I thought it was going to be softball growing up, but even though I knew football was my best sport and I wanted to play it, and I'm just grateful that I was born in a time where I could play, where girls and women are allowed to and have opportunities to play this wonderful sport called football. And I'm blessed with the best hands in the business, so I'm a pretty good wide receiver. It's
Look, you
something I
already got
enjoy.
look. You gotta look. You gotta be like that. You play this sport. You gotta rep yourself. Cause if you don't, nobody will. I'm telling
Hey,
you. And
that's
seeing
it.
that
That's
you're
it. You
known
got
as
it.
the female Jerry Rice, my fraternity brother, you're known as currently as the female version of him, and you had all-time receiving yards recorded as women football.
That's
Wow.
right. That's another really big dream come true. As a little girl, the 49ers were my team, and Jerry Rice, he's the best. He still holds the all-time receiving yards record in the NFL. So for me to have in my career finally achieved something similar where I'm the current leader, that's just icing on the cake and ice cream, and throw some Reese's peanut butter cups on top of that too. It's
All of it.
everything that I dreamt of. And again, I'm extremely blessed.
You are. I mean, and you're still in one piece. you see, you.
I'm still in one delicious piece. Yes, one chocolate piece, just all still together and working. So yes, that
You
in of itself is a blessing in this contact sport. Yes,
Now, before we close up, I know one thing that I overheard in the conversation where you had with Kelly about, you being single, right?
that's true.
All
Are
right,
you
gentlemen.
you have some dates for me? Somebody
Look,
said hit
if
your
I
girl
run down
up.
this
Contact
profile,
ReGina and she'll get to me.
look, if I run down this profile to someone, I guarantee you'll have a phone call in less than a week. They'll be like,
Well, let's
what?
go for it. I'm gonna hold you to it. I got my imaginary watch on. I'm gonna hold you to
They'll
it.
be
Let's
like, okay.
go.
I'm like, yo, she ain't no joke now. She play football, so don't play. Right? So she can hold her own.
I definitely can.
Well, I thank you. I know you had another interview to do today. So, first of all, thank you so much. I am so honored and blessed that you decided to come on Let's Talk 1943. I don't take that lightly because I know you're a busy woman. So, thank you for your time. I'm hoping that in the future we'll have some collaborations and, kind of get together and do some things because I really believe in your card game. I saw it live and it's amazing. It's beautiful. And hopefully we could work together in the near future. So, before we close out, I know you're a woman of faith. Do you have a favorite scripture or anything that you go by?
Yes, it comes from the book of Genesis, and it's when humans have decided they're going to build that temple up to the sky to reach heaven. And God actually says, now nothing that they have imagined they can do will be impossible for them.
Mm,
So I take that as whatever we imagine we can do, it is possible. Whatever you imagine you can do, ReGina, is possible. But the
amen.
short tagline for that is dream and do your dream.
Dream and do your dream. That's the best way to end this show. So I would like to say thank you, Adrainne. God bless you. And we'll definitely be talking soon. And good luck to everything you do in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, ReGina. Thank you for having me. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
thank you. Thank you. So, I like to always do my last little part today. So I want to say that Adrian is a good example of what happens when you believe in your dreams and you believe what God tells you and you just listen to what God tells you. A lot of times we don't listen. We think that's just a little thing that happened. I just had this little dream. He talks to you in those ways, and Adrian actually completed that assignment of what God told her to do. So today's lesson is if you get anything out of this interview today, is listen to those little whispers that you get, those God winks, I call them, listen to him because that's his way of talking to you. He's not going to hit you with a boulder. It's not going to be something dramatic. It could just be a simple dream and he changes lives every day. So she's a prime example of that. So thank you so much. And let's talk 1943. I'm your host, ReGina Smithwick. Until next time, God bless. I love you.